mission. So let's head on to chapter 10, first date, Kate. This is gonna end the game, I guess, unless we find something else. But let's get right into it. You did really well to get her on a date, but there's still a lot to do. Can you charm her enough this evening? Take things physical. Goal? We gotta kiss Kate on the first date. Choose the date's location. Coffee is blah. The club with friends is wrong. So it's either B or D. Hiking sounds like a good idea, but I feel like that's... You get sweaty and all that, and... I wonder if it doesn't matter what we do. Man, I don't know which one to pick. A or D? Which one do I want to do? Go to the bar.
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure the date goes as well as possible. So the bar is the best option.
Oh. Oh, hey, Kate. Oh, they got their separate? Well, hey, there's the date. There's the kiss. We're already good. How should you sit? Opposite each other, side by side. Okay, I hate people that sit side by side. You always should sit opposite so you can look at each other.
Take a seat.
Thanks.
No, you don't sit opposite. Reason is, you can't touch her up. No, but seriously, it makes it a bit harder. When you're sitting side by side, you get to kind of take a break, look around the room. If there's an awkward silence, it's not so awkward. And like I said before, you can touch her.
What? What? That's the type of people that get made fun of in restaurants. Now, granted, if this was a bar without a table with chairs on both sides and you just had like a couch area, yeah, sitting next to each other would be okay. But,
Come take a seat over here.
Thank you.
Okay, there's a couch. Okay, that might be a little different.
Perfect. So many people sit opposite each other on first dates and it gets really awkward because you've got that eye contact the whole time. You run out of stuff to say, it feels super uncomfortable. And the worst thing, you can't touch her up, right? So it's much better to sit side by side.
You can't
So how have
touch.
you been the past few days? What have you been doing?
Actually, quite a lot.
Yeah, there's no eye contact here.
Okay.
And then did some work, but it's boring, right? So,
Yeah.
And last night I watched a movie.
Okay, what movie?
It was Seven with Brad Pitt, a nice one.
Yeah, it's good, right? It's kind of psychological, serial killer, scary.
Oh, so you've seen it?
Yeah, I like
it
it.
is very scary. I liked it very much. I think it's very smart.
But it's a strange film for a girl. It's not like Sex in
Is
the
it?
City or like Finding Nemo or something. It's
Because
quite,
girls watch Finding
quite a
Nemo
tough
all the
film,
time.
right?
Yeah, it is. But I like tough films.
So you
They
watch
make-
horror movies and things like that?
Yeah, I do. I do quite often. I think they make you think, and it's interesting.
But not. What if there's loads of blood and people dying? You can watch it, or you kind of cover your eyes and stuff.
Not like that. I wouldn't watch The Saw or something like that.
The
because it's
Saw?
stupid, I think. But this one is very smart. You should know if you watched it.
Yeah, it is very smart. You're always thinking about how they can catch him and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's quite
exactly.
cool. All right.
Exactly.
What else have you got going on?
Actually, I'm moving house at the moment, and it's
Alright.
very, very difficult and annoying because there are all those boxes I have to move and all my
You
stuff.
have to pack things
Yeah,
up.
pack
and-
up and then transport it all. Oh, it's so difficult.
Yeah, they say it's a stressful thing to do to move house.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Offer to come and help. Sympathize. Use it as a reason to check her muscles. It's A or C. But if we're trying to touch her, it might be C. Huh.
I think the main thing you're going to need is some muscles. So let me check your biceps. Show me what you got here. Flex it. Come on. See the Arnie move? It's kind of like a P, isn't it? Not much there.
No, it isn't. I'm strong.
Maybe. I remember I worked actually for a few days when I was a teenager as a removal guy.
Oh.
Carrying all the stuff.
Really? Did you like it?
It was very physical, and actually I did. Yeah, I think it's good for fitness and stuff. So
Good
maybe you
for
wanna try
fitness
it,
and
carry
stuff.
Hopefully I will.
Nice one. You didn't fall for the trap, which is to always offer loads of help to girls that you want to sleep with. You want to resist that as much as possible. And here you've turned it around and actually used it as a way to get a little bit physical and playful.
Resist helping girls you want to
Now
bang.
with the house and stuff, but what do you normally do in your free time? Do you do any sports?
Yeah, of course I do sports.
Why, of course.
It's my main hobby, going to the gym actually.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like it very much.
What do you do there?
I do a lot of different things actually. The main one is doing weights, usual
The
stuff.
weights.
Okay.
And I also do 1 hour stretching a week.
Yeah.
It's very, very painful.
1 hour
but
stretching?
Very rewarding as well.
For flexibility.
Yeah,
so you
I
want to
like
be able
it.
to do splits or
Yeah, that's
or
my
kick,
goal.
kick people in their heads. And stuff like that.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah, so, and also I do Pilates sometimes. Yeah, so
He doesn't know what all this stuff is. He's just like going along with this.
What about you? Do you do sports?
Do you do sports?
Yeah, I've done lots of sports. I used to do boxing, used to play squash. I always try and do something physical, and at the moment I just do normal gym, like weights and things. But I don't get huge because I don't do protein shakes and all this stuff. So
That's good.
just go to the gym, and doing
Her nose
things
is
for,
kinda
like,
squished.
endurance, you know, to be have good fitness and,
Yeah,
and
that's
whatever.
good.
And what else?
I noticed that in the picture, Wembley.
Physical stuff.
Apart from physical stuff, I like reading. Actually, I read every day, and it's very, very interesting for
Oh
me.
yeah. What are you reading now, or what's the last book you read?
I've just
There's
finished,
not even choices here. This is just them talking.
But it wasn't the
Okay.
first time I've ever read it.
You read it again, so
Yeah, I like it very much.
one of your favorites.
Yeah, one of.
Can we go back to the blonde that was in the tea
Classic
shop?
literature, not like Harry Potter and Da Vinci
Yeah.
Code and the girl with the dragon tattoo and all this stuff.
So you like reading as well?
Yeah, and I like reading not just fiction, but if I read fiction, I like classics. But I like
Okay.
reading sometimes psychology.
This is just
business,
going on and on and on.
all types of
Come
different.
on, Richard, give us some
Yeah,
bad
it's
options.
interesting. I like psychology as well, and biographies of famous people. That's good.
Interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Cool. And tell me, do you do anything creative, or I don't know, like singing, dancing, playing the violin, whatever?
Actually,
That was the other girl,
can't
Richard.
do singing.
You can't sing?
Can't do that, and don't like
I was
it.
going to ask you to sing for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Maybe we'll get you lessons and you can sing for me.
That can be interesting. Maybe one day.
He's being such a
I
creeper.
can't play any musical
None of
instrument
them.
as well. No,
Even
I'm
this
afraid.
xylophone thing or the...
Maybe.
Do you know this triangle, that one? You just...
Can do
like
that, I think, because that's easy. And the
Ugh.
crazy thing I do is actually painting.
I was gonna say this bar sucks. They've not ordered. They've not had a server. What? What's going on? They've not ordered food. Say that she could paint you nude if she wants. Say that you don't really get art. Try to get to the bottom of how it makes her feel.
Painting's really interesting, actually, but
Yeah, it is.
but tell me, like, what does it give you? How do you feel
Oh, it gives me a lot. In the first place,
A
it
lot.
helps you to reveal something inside. And in the second place, it helps you to express your emotions. And it's really interesting.
So it's not something, because I'm not a painter, right? So it's not something where, you know, you're sitting here, for example, and you just paint the bar and you're just trying to kind of copy it. It's something where something's coming from inside based on how you feel and who you are.
Oh, I should have picked B just to see your results. I was
That
so
may
bored
not
with this
even
text that I
exist
just
in the
totally
real
like.
world. So it's basically my imagination. But sometimes I like to paint something that exists. If it's, for example, beautiful scenery or something I really
Scenery?
like.
She likes to paint beautiful
So
scenery.
It's not, it's something that serves a purpose like emotionally for you as well, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very cool. I'd love to see some of your paintings one day.
Oh, really? That
Yeah.
would be lovely.
They didn't even use
obviously
coasters.
show you something.
What kind of upbeat class is
Marvelous.
this?
That's exactly what you want to do, because when someone has a passion, you want to dig down in it, get them speaking and telling you about their feelings, and it's definitely the way to go when someone reveals a life passion. So pay attention to that. Let's not leave this sitting here. Yeah, have a drink.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Ping.
So tell me, how about traveling? Do you travel?
Oh, yes, I do.
What do you normally do? Do cities or adventure holidays?
Actually, I like.
I'm a
both.
spy
I
for the
like
Russian
cities,
government.
and
I go
like
to many
many
places in Europe.
For example, Prague and Berlin and Rome. Rome is amazing. So I
Very
like that.
beautiful there, yeah.
Yeah, of course, Europe is beautiful. And I also went to some exotic places like Lebanon, for example.
Lebanon.
Yeah,
She's definitely a
It was
spy.
quite scary because I thought it was dangerous, but probably it wasn't at the moment. It was fun because I like to see different things and, you know.
Different cultures and whatever. But
Yeah.
Rome is very touristy, right?
Yeah, all
And-
these crowds, you're
And
right.
then Lebanon is probably not very touristy, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely, very different.
So you like
can see the
different
contrast.
different kinds of things, not
Yeah, I
always the
do.
same stuff in the same hotel and speaking, you know, places where, because English people are different. Some like to go to, for example, Spain every year to the same place,
Really?
only speak English, they don't know any Spanish.
That's quite boring.
Yeah, and
Wow.
some people like
Just put his whole country down.
Exotic, where there are no tourists. I'm more like the second type. I don't
Different
like
secret
tourists.
government documents.
If I go somewhere and the other English people, oh no, you know, I feel like I'm in the wrong place.
Oh, really? So you don't like English people?
When I'm traveling somewhere and you're just surrounded by, you know, people from your country, you don't feel like you're traveling. And if
yeah.
everything's in English, you don't feel like you're traveling. So I like to go somewhere and
What?
only meet locals, to go to the local place. Like you would have seen it in Rome. You can go to some restaurants where it's all just Americans.
Yeah, just tourists all around.
Or
No
you can
good.
go to a restaurant if you're
No
lucky, and you're like,
good.
"Oh, I'm sitting with Italians. I must be in the right place, not the tourist
Yeah, maybe you're right,
recommendation."
actually. I should try that.
Yeah. And tell me, what's the I don't know, coolest place you've been or most interesting?
Something that I really liked, yeah?
Yeah.
Recently I went to Cuba and it was amazing.
Oh, she went to
I
Cuba.
really liked it.
Oh, the Russian spy connection is all. How did she get access to Cuba? That's what I want to know. How does a girl like her get into Cuba? Disagree and say that it's not such a cool place. Impress her with the fact you've been to many of the Caribbean, or been to the Caribbean many times. Get her talking about the best parts of the trip. Not with an American passport, that's for sure.
Cuba, that's really interesting because it's kind of a strange country, right? It was Americans weren't allowed to go there for so long. They've
Yeah.
got this reputation for the politics, but it's not very developed for tourists, right? So it must be quite interesting.
Yeah, it's not, and that's what interesting actually, because it's not easy to get internet even there, you know.
Oh, no internet yet.
Yeah, there is internet.
What's your
but it's
Steam
very
ID?
difficult,
Slow and stuff.
yeah, very interesting.
But I like
Completely
having
different.
a break from the internet. Do you?
Oh, yeah, I liked it, but not all people can handle it. Can you?
No. Yeah, I can handle it. I like to.
Good.
unplug sometimes, and then you feel how relaxing it is when you're not checking your phone all the time. But
Yeah, right. I do it sometimes as well, and I really liked it.
I don't
tell me,
believe
like,
no, these
what
aren't real
cool
people.
stuff about Cuba. What did you really like about it?
Everything. I just liked everything.
Everything.
Their nature was amazing.
Their government, Castro,
Very beautiful.
the people and how they treated them like crap.
The main thing was actually the people, because they're very, very friendly and very different, and it was very peaceful there and safe, and everything was wonderful. Actually, yeah, you have to.
People are often the most important thing, yeah, because if they're rude or if there are too many tourists, then it just can destroy the holiday, right?
Sure.
But you said they're very, very friendly, so you felt good there.
Yeah, you're right. I felt very good there.
Very nice. Excelente. You know, holidays are something that bring out a lot of emotions, you know, just compared to
Excelente.
about, I don't know, her day at work. Compared with
These girls probably don't even speak English. That's why they have the spot on the bed where they just sit.
And you want to find out what she felt during that period so that she can kind of relive it and start feeling good again in that moment with you as she tells you about it. Plus, it's keeping the attention on her rather than just cutting her off and talking about something else.
And what about you? Do you like traveling?
Yeah, I do like travel. I don't like it as much as I did, because when I was younger, I would go away for months at a time and just go to different countries and, you know, come back home and then 2 weeks later go away again. Now I'm more settled and I like spending time at home, but I would say like every month I like to go somewhere. And I spend a lot of time in Barcelona. I've got a nice place there, it's by the sea. And
so he owns multiple houses. Look at him whip out the cash.
And PlayStation and stuff, so it's really cool.
Oh, really? PlayStation, you said?
Yeah.
You play often?
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, really? I think games are just a waste of time.
Well, you can go straight to the door. You can leave right now. Yeah, I know, you're right. I will cut down. What? And I suppose you don't do anything that wastes time? Persuade her that it's actually quite intelligent. Look at her face. PlayStation? How could you uncultured swine play PlayStation? Everybody knows that it's PC Master Race. My God, you, Richard, of all the things we've discovered about you, it's that you are a console peasant. Let's try to persuade her.
Well, look, I kind of get what you mean, because it's, you know, some people might say it's immature or something, but it's a little bit different nowadays because older people play, and even in this TV show, House of Cards, he's the president, but he plays games. It's quite funny, but I won't try and convince you that it does good stuff for your brain and your reflexes and kind of memorizing maps and things, but specifically for me, the way I work in my business is I need to have just a few big ideas, you know, every now and again. So I'm not sitting there all day doing repetitive stuff. I need to be creative and think of something powerful. And when I'm playing a game, I'm not 100% in there at all. I'm kind of detached and I'm coming up with ideas. So it's something that actually is not, you know, I'm sitting there playing a game. I'm actually having these ideas. Just like if you're in the bath, you know, and you think, oh, that's good, you know, like this. And something I also do is if I'm playing something that doesn't need audio, you know, where it's not really important, like a racing game or sports, then I listen to audiobooks.
Oh.
What?
And actually, I remember a few years ago I studied Chinese, and I would be able to sit for hours just listening to the Chinese because I was playing the game, so I didn't get bored. Because if you're just listening to language learning, you can't do it for long, right?
Yeah,
so
it's
it
tiring.
really helped me, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah, maybe.
It's not so bad. And there's some girl games I'm going to let you try. There's one called Flower where you control, I don't know, growing flowers and flying around and stuff,
Okay, maybe.
Oh my God, that's the game.
Brilliant. But do you know why this works? It's because women find it very attractive when a guy shows his intelligence. All women want a guy that's more intelligent than them, and it's very cool if you can persuade her to your point of view. So anytime you can do this, anytime you've got the facts at hand or a strong argument, you can persuade her. It's actually really attractive and sexy, so
That's
do it.
right, my massive brain.
What about you? Do you have any guilty pleasures? Watch some really dumb TV shows, like reality stuff or something?
Well, let me think. Definitely not TV shows, because I never watch TV actually.
Never watch TV.
Never. I don't like it.
You don't have a television?
Only movies. I have television, but only for movies and stuff. And
these aren't real people.
One guilty pleasure I used to have was smoking, actually, but I managed to give up. And
are you sure you're not going to start again?
No, now
if I had a cigarette now and say, "Come on,
no,
smoke."
thank you. No, I gave up, so
That's
no
good.
more. And I think nothing else, basically. And
All
what
right.
about you?
Actually, people are often surprised when I tell them I've never tried a cigarette.
Oh, really?
never
Not
smoked them.
once.
No, I smoked other things, but never a cigarette.
Then I don't think you have to.
Yeah, that's funny.
And in general, no, I think I'm quite, nothing too bad, you know, not...
I've never tried a cigarette in my life either.
Addicted
So I'm like Richard. I'm
That's
to
good.
rare.
addicted to, so no, it's not too bad. And let me ask something that's a little bit, for me it's
Personal.
interesting, right? So indulge me here.
go
What
on.
are your bad habits? Like, what are some bad qualities?
Like that. I think I can't really trust people well, so
Well,
sometimes...
you know you can trust me.
No, I
Of course
don't
you
know.
can.
Sometimes I can seem a little bit unfriendly with people I don't know.
Yeah, you were unfriendly on the
Maybe
bridge.
that's a bad point about me.
She was the one we asked about her Steam
Also,
ID, and she didn't know what it was.
Crazy about being on time everywhere. So sometimes I'm panicking when I'm running late and can be really angry or something like that.
That might be a problem.
Really? Why?
Yeah.
You're always late.
I'm never late, but I
Don't
arrive.
tell me that.
I arrive like 3 seconds before.
That's
Before.
me.
Always
You're
before.
sure not after?
I'm late if it doesn't matter, but if it matters, like a flight or a train or when people are waiting, I'm not late. But if it doesn't really matter, if we kind of say, oh, around that time, then I wouldn't. And getting to the airport, yeah, not hours before, hate it. So that might be a problem.
Yeah, that might be a problem actually, because I like to come in advance.
She likes to
You know
come in
what I mean?
advance.
I can try it your way, because actually I end up wasting hours just
Well,
sitting there and
If
waiting.
in the future, right, this is our first date, but if in the future we go somewhere,
Okay.
you can just go to the airport like 5 hours before, do whatever you want,
I'll meet you there.
and I'll just come, I'll just come later and meet you.
What is this?
Alright.
Yawn and put your arm around her. Put your hand on her leg. Palm reading. Use the gypsy fortune teller routine to touch her ear. Check her pulse. I want to do the yawn one just to see how bad he screws it up. Because you know he's going to be all bad.
So I can arrive like 1 minute before and you would have been there for 5 hours, bored out of your brain.
Yeah, exactly. That sounds funny.
I need to figure out a way to touch her now.
Tired.
Oh, I'm sorry. What's that?
Oh, don't be sorry. It's okay.
Sorry, what's that? With that is an arm.
Okay.
It's not really comfortable and awkward.
Bit soon?
Yes.
Alright, don't worry about it. Forget it ever happened. I won't tell
Okay.
anyone. Be our
Okay.
secret. This
Oh, wait, no!
is actually not that bad if you do it a little bit tongue-in-cheek.
Well, how do you
and
know I
choose
can't go back and
right
choose the
time
other
for it.
options?
Did you like going out to bars, partying, all that stuff?
Actually, no, I don't really like it because people are just drinking there, and I
Brilliant.
don't really like to
Like
drink.
us?
No,
You don't like to drink? Cheers.
no,
Cheers to
they're
that.
just cheers. I think they're just drinking a lot, and then they're crazy, dancing everywhere,
You mean like
smoking.
shots and...
Yeah, all this.
Hard
I don't
drinking.
really like that. Yeah, but sometimes I go with my friends when they make me go, basically.
You like
Yes.
dancing? Can you dance?
I really can dance when I feel like dancing, but it doesn't happen often. That's why I don't go.
So, do I believe you, yeah? So if I caught you in the club, you wouldn't be dancing on the bar or the table.
No, nothing like that. Never.
You're controlled.
Yeah, I'm very,
Okay.
very self-controlled.
But you're single at the moment. You
Yes,
don't
I
go
am.
to bars to meet men?
Really, I don't think it's a perfect place to meet someone nice.
What do you do then? Internet?
I've tried to meet people at
No,
church.
internet,
They're not always nice
I
there
don't believe
either.
in that. I think that it's better just to live your life, to work and go to the parks, wherever you go, and then one day you will meet someone when it's time.
That's very romantic. So you believe in fate?
Yeah, I do.
So you're single at the moment, right?
Yes,
You haven't
I am.
got secret lovers and husbands all around the world or something?
No.
She's a spy, dude. Don't believe
How
her.
is it? Because I know some girls, they're never single. They just have relationships, split up into the next one.
Yeah, maybe. I quite like it. I think it's better to be single than with someone you don't like or something like that. That's why I really
Have
enjoy
them
that.
turn the
I
other
have a lot
cheek.
of free time to develop my personality and to
Yeah, your
do
personality.
something, read and do more work. So I like it.
What's your longest relationship?
It was about a year.
A year? I once met a girl who said 2 weeks to that question.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's kind of weird. Don't you
Amazing,
think
right?
so?
Yeah, very strange.
What about you?
My longest was my first relationship, 2.5 years.
Oh, that's quite long.
Yeah. But how long have you been single this time?
It's about 3 months now.
3
3
months.
months. If you don't mind me asking, and you don't have to answer if you don't want to, but why did you break up with your last man?
Isn't that kind of personal?
Actually, we broke up because he was useless in bed.
What? What? Make a joke about how you just need 3 to 5 minutes. Say that it must mean she hasn't been properly satisfied in a long time. Sympathize and desexualize the moment. Oh. Who tells somebody that on a date? And who says it with that face? Never. C is the right answer. Oh my God. I really didn't expect that after all this conversation. Even those girls at the bar are like, oh crap, I bet that's Anya.
I'll tell you what we can do about that. Bear with me for a second. One evening, come round, because I want to show you some stuff anyway. I've got an aquarium, whatever, you're going to love it. But anyway, come round and we'll pick some, I've got candles, you know, these aroma candles, whatever.
Right.
And very nice music. So think of a track you really like, maybe
Okay.
something like The Weeknd. We'll put that on.
Maybe.
And give me like 3 to 5 minutes to show you what I can do. You'll love it. And it doesn't take long, that's the benefit.
It's a joke, right?
I don't know, we'll see.
Okay.
From time to time, girls up the ante sexually and say things like this, and you need to be able to respond in the right way. One of the options is to be playfully tongue-in-cheek about it, but in a way that shows confidence. So that will work.
What?
Yeah, when I'm single, I'm definitely on dates because it's the best chance to meet girls and, you know, see if anyone would be good for a serious relationship.
Yeah.
But what kind of qualities do you like in a man?
Oh, actually, many.
The penises.
Okay.
I think the most important are that he is honest and
Oh, dear.
trustworthy.
Oh no.
Oh,
No, I'm joking.
it's not about
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also, of course, I would like someone very responsible
Yeah.
and very manly, someone who can
Manly, like
handle.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and shooting people and
no.
tattoos and...
I
I
don't
could be
mean the
manly.
appearance. I mean
Okay.
the inner world, right? The character
Inner
and
world.
everything.
Inner
like,
world gamers.
decisive and
Yeah, really
not
strong
a,
character.
not a weakling and stuff
Yeah,
like
and
that.
I like smart guys, obviously. That's very
Anna.
important.
Well, okay, cool. Sounds like you're talking about someone.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh.
What kind of girls I like?
I don't know. I can guess beautiful girls, probably.
I like blonde, brown eyes. I'm
Okay.
joking. No, of course, you know, the physical appearance is important to start with, and
well.
then.
Oh well.
No, I'm going to be honest, right? You said you like honest guys, so I'm
Yes,
not going to start lying immediately. So definitely physical appearance is important, and then after that, intelligence, curiosity, of course, honesty, like you said, and I like them. I like them to be actually.
What was she doing with her hand?
So that they can tell me something different.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I like it too.
But as you know, we agree it's quite hard to find someone.
Yeah, it is. It's very hard.
Ask her what grade she would get in kissing school. Pounce on her and surprise her with a kiss. Kiss one cheek then the other, then kiss her. Do you know what time it is? Time to kiss! And tell her she looks like a baby lamb and tickle her and then kiss her. Well, that worked on our best friend when we shagged her. I don't really feel like they're getting on that serious, like, time to kiss level, though. Huh. I feel like C takes too much time. I think A is just childish. E is kind of childish, but it worked before. Let's try this. Worked on the best friend. Let's see if it works here.
You know what? You're just adorable. Look at you, like a little baby lamb.
Oh, thank you.
In fact,
And it worked again!
look at you, you're so shy. Exactly like a little baby lamb.
Oh,
Has anyone ever told you that before?
no, never.
I'm going to save you in my phone as Kate, brackets, little baby lamb. Playfulness, laughing goes quite well with seduction, so this is not a bad option. It just could be a little bit better.
Well, what was the better? Oh, that was it?
Ideally, we want nighttime plus drinks, right? To make sure.
What?
Playfulness, laughing goes quite well with seduction. Congratulations, you made it. You got all the way to the end and completed all 10 levels. Now, there is an even better ending if you go through and you complete them all with 5-star ratings, plus get 50% completion, but it will be worth your while, so I suggest you go and do it. As a reward for completing the game, I'm going to give you a few secrets in the making of it. Now, did you notice this? That there's a scene with a girl called Alexa, and there's another one called Jenna. We're talking about the club dance floor and the girl on street, and also first date. Did you notice that that's actually the same girl? That's actress Shanna Vincent.
I called it! I called it!
Level, Lilia, the girl in it, is actually my friend. She's my friend since 2012, and so a lot of the stuff in that level is true, like her going on to a design course. Finally, maybe most shocking is that the girl Kate is actually my wife of, I don't know, about 6 months ago. So you didn't know that, and that's kind of like a silly little reward for you finishing the game. But if you want to go a little bit further and get the best possible ending, then I've got an even better surprise for you. So maybe go ahead and do that. But again, thank you so much for playing, and I hope you really loved the game.
Oh, yeah, he was really low. I had to turn it up on my end, too. So the one girl was the same one. I knew it. It was her teeth all along. Yeah, but you got to get a 50% rate on each one of these. And then that's his real wife. And she's like, you're not going to whore around anymore. You're going to make a video game and you're going to retire. Interesting. I'm big on teeth. I don't know what it is. I look at a woman's teeth sometimes before I look at her eyes. So that's interesting. We got the advice book here.